This is Liquor and Wolves. Liquor and Wolves. Secrets and dope and music and reactions. Liquor and Wolves. I said liquor and wolves. Liquor and wolves. Liquor and wolves. Liquor and wolves. Secrets and dope and a German talking bullshit. Liquor and wolves. Fuck. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
And we're live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all over the world. How are we doing tonight? This is Liquor and Wolves. I'm Rob, and I forgot to cut that light on, but you are the best for being here. Thank you very much. Isn't that way better? Such a pretty right side, right? All right. Guys, we are here and doing some more Ren, that's for sure. The other night, which was not night before last, but the one before that, we did Money Game, which I will admit, not really flew over my head, but was so ultra hard for me to understand. And even on second, third, and fourth go that I did after my reaction to it, I'm like, what in the fuck are you saying? And until I find a good person's comment on my channel that says, hey, just check the first comment on his stuff. I'm like, fuck me. I could have came up with that myself because I tried the damn YouTube captions. None of that shit worked. It was just fucked up. But today we are going to do Sick Boi. And it's going to happen. And it's going to happen right after two things that we do here on this channel. One of them being, let's sip on something. And I was so overexcited to be doing this with and for y'all tonight that I just somehow, in a state of sleep, I guess, started pouring myself a drink. And I'm like, dude, you ain't rolling. But the thing's there now, so it's a vodka and it's a ginger ale. So not very spectacular in the, like, watching the process of making one. That's the one thing we're going to do. So a vodka and ginger. Cheers to you guys. Yeah. And the other thing, I said it, I was in a one-to-one discussion over do Money Game next or do Sick Boi next. I was tending towards Sick Boi because it reminds me of something, and this is what I want to share with you. I'm guessing everybody and their mom still remembers this, right? So yes, that is his theory. See, that is his theory. And I'm guessing it's probably not going to be the case. But I was like, when I heard there's a track of Ren's that's called Sick Boi, of course, the first thing you're going to conjure up in the context with Ren is this man is sick. He is a sick boy. But I was also thinking and somehow wishing, like, could it be that he digs the movie? Could we get some just hellishly evil thoughts like the ones that Sick Boi out of Trainspotting keeps conjuring up? So I'm excited to go into this. Let's, as always, because that thing right there we just saw is hella quiet. And I think this video audio, because we get an official video, does not look like it's been produced on the spot because we don't get a guitar. So I'm thinking and hoping we might get a beat. And in order for y'all not to have your ears blasted out, I will go into this, regulate levels a little bit, and then go full screen. Are we ready? Let's roll. All right, let's come into this hard, right? So yes, we get a beat. There is percussion under it, but we also get rhythmic. This is like, fuck, the lid is gonna burst. Content's under pressure, right? Content is under fucking pressure, meaning Ren is under pressure, and I think he's gonna release some and open the valve now. I'm ready for it. Let's go. But I like how he's using that to, make it rhythm.
Hi Ren, thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for seeing me.
Looking at your file here, it seems there's a very apparent interplay with your emotional state and your physical body. Have you ever heard of the trauma response?
I don't think so.
Basically, our bodies can get stuck in a negative feedback loop.
Okay, it's a conversation or more a monologue of somebody who thinks they know what's wrong, telling him, okay, so there's this thing called, I can't recall the actual medical term that was just being said. I think it's, what was it? Have you ever heard of trauma something?
While here it seems there's a very apparent interplay with your emotional state and your physical body. Have you ever heard of the trauma response?
Trauma response. So you have had to witness or experience something awful. And without your active taking part in it, your body and brain will kind of shut down on you and be like, no, I'm not ready to cope with what just happened. I don't care what you want to do. I'm not walking. Or no, I'm not getting up. Fuck you. And yes, that is a thing. Trauma response. So it's kind of like post-traumatic stress syndrome, PTSD, that some of our armed forces have to go through after having been sent on whatever campaign. That's tough.
An interplay with your emotional state and your physical body. Have you ever heard of the trauma response?
I don't think so.
Basically, our bodies can get stuck in a negative feedback loop. Our subconscious can repeat patterns from the past, which can have a pretty drastic downstream effect on our biology. Essentially, your mind is making you sick.
Essentially, your mind is making you sick. And what's your way out of it? I have asked this question before in the context of a Ren bit. What's the answer to it? Pills? Putting yourself in the cotton ball that somebody in the comments was kind enough to say, hey, I dig the picture. And live your life parallel to the real world. It's just in a cotton ball and it doesn't hurt so much to cope with the shit that you've had to see and experience. Because our doctor lady here, which by the way, thank you for coming, and he goes, thank you for having me. It's I don't think it's on free terms, like on free will that he's there. It doesn't look like a very inviting practitioner's space where, chill on the couch, let it out, let's talk it through. No, it looks like a loony bin, but a fucked up one at that. Saw-ish again. Even though this time we are totally tinted into the blue, right? With the color grading of the film. The film material has been color graded to be extremely blue today, as opposed to being extremely green, which somebody also in the comments says, I think this is trying to pay into literally the field of money. Money reigns. That's why everything's green. I'm not sure if that's a stretch or far-fetched. It could be. Because it doesn't really make sense to have this parking lot or whatever he is, wherever he is holding his hostage there. But it's definitely something that could be, a conscious decision of the production team to do that. And here we go blue. Oh yeah, by the way, that's what I was trying to say. The lady says, basically your mind is making you sick. Is that all we're going to get from her? Where's the therapy aspect of it? Is she just there to drop facts and be like, okay, that's what's wrong with you, see ya? Huh? Because she's gone. Or is this like a premises, like, here's our setup, us as consumers, we now get it, aha. That's what he's dealing with, and now we get to hear from him.
Pretty drastic downstream effect on our biology. Essentially, your mind is making you sick.
Nice. It sounds like a children's church choir, but pitched. I think I missed something. I saw something just very, like 10 frames maximum, not even a whole second, just right, 25 frames a second if we're not on 30. Maximum 10 frames, something shot at us or at the camera, and I missed it. Oh, it's her. Oh. Did you see it? Holy fuck. Holy. Is that the dude that rolled in wheelchair Ren? In High Ren? Because I did see the pig mask. Not this. Fuck. Shit. God damn it. I wish YouTube would go back frame by frame over the arrow keys. It doesn't. It goes back 5 fucking seconds. shit, I hate it. I hate it when that happens. Oh yeah. We're taking off the fucking coat. Holy fucking shit. Yes, that is dude in the damn pig's mask in the slaughterhouse uniform. He is cutting his throat. Is this happening in his head? Because Ren, where one of these weirdos here is rolling him in the wheelchair, the entirety of the thing is happening inside his head. So it could be that all these scenes that we get here are really just images inside his head and not taking place in the physical world. Which could also be why the lady's voice, when she goes into, basically, your mind is making you sick. It's not why go and transition into this weird shit, right? It's not in the physical world that this is taking place in. It is all inside his head. Am I reaching? Because that would make so much sense. These guys here just exist here. And they slice them. And the discussions that a good Ren and a bad Ren have is also up there. And not in physical, real-world settings. Holy shit. Man, am I glad I went back to that. Well, kinda. You cannot look away for one fucking frame. All pills, by the way, on the table. Cotton balls. Let's hear it, Ren. Go.
Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy, looking for that fix boy, anabolic steroids, damn.
Bitten by a tick boy, love the fucking flow he's in, I love what he's doing with it, and I love what he's saying. I know that don't rhyme, but holy shit, he's got me. Again, I'm in this shit when he does this shit, right? Good lord. Sorry. Even though I got another comment, it says, don't be sorry. What slips out of your mouth is just you. And it's not, take everything I say, put it on a fucking wager of gold, and decide whether or not I'm a good man or not. I don't care. Like, the only one that judges this guy here is this guy here. So, still, I'm not like intentionally trying to fuck people off. So I am trying to cut back on the lords and the holies and the shit. Sorry. I dig it. He's also at the pills right now, and he goes, he's bitten by a tick, which is something that's and fucking insect this small, whose sole purpose in life is to sit on a goddamn tree, and it could be for the eternity of his short life, just to wait for something alive to walk past underneath that tree, to hop onto that, bite themselves into it, and take all of its blood and put their seed in it. And so for something like that to happen, it's like you never made a bad choice. You didn't use like someone else's needle and shot up, or did whatever dumb choice to end up where you are. It was a tick that did this to you. It's not like you actively invited it and be like, hey, please fuck my head. I like the image of that, because some people will be in a state of complete mind fuck because they've kind of, smoked their brains out or whatever, used whatever abuse substance. It looks like Ren never did. He in Dope Boy. He's Sick Boi. Oh shit, that's a good picture.
Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy, looking for that fix boy, anabolic steroids, damn so. Poster boy, pass out, white noise, quick fix, snake oil. I'm about to break, boy. Oh, what a shame, he's in pain. Have another go, take another pill. Here.
Yeah. Have another go. Take another pill. I don't think this is against Big Pharma and all. That's a new and different discussion, Have something that makes you sick, get the pills that make you sicker and addicted, and it's just downward spiral from there. That's not what he's saying. He's saying, I actually don't know what to do with you. just mute it somehow. Here you go. Here's the means to do that. It's sad, man. It's sad.
Here, take a couple more. What a boy, pass out. White noise, quick fix, snake oil. I'm about to break, boy. Oh, what a shame. He's in pain. Have another go. Take another pill. Here, take a couple more. Let's see how you're doing in another week or so. You'll be feeling worse when the side effects will show. Derealization, medical patient, losing patience with the
What? TV-lization?
feeling worse when the side effects will show. Derealization, medical.
DV-lization. Okay, let's go to the first comment. renmusic.sickboi is out on all music platforms. Okay, let's go. Derealization. Medical patient. Losing patience with the process. Working hand in hand with Satan. All right, derealization. What? That's a fucking... Is that even possible? To realize something and then derealize it? To have a thought and lose it? If we're going to listen to Leo, it's impossible. If it's there, it's there. Or maybe by the help of drugs. That will, yes, erase, delete, and completely wipe away things that you've at one point thought. It's facts. And thank you for the hint of find the lyrics in the first comment. Goddamn.
Patient, losing patience with the process, walking hand in hand with Satan, complications with the medication, inflammation, dehydration, inhalation, aggravation, building up a toleration.
I also love how he sings in this flow. He's not sangin, like, whoa, doing the melody crazy shit that we know he's capable of. But he's not just rapid fire, AK-47 spitting. He's spitting for sure, but he is aware of, intonement and flow, not switch. He hasn't switched the flow yet, but he does use the voice in which he spits rapid fire to also hop over the hills a little bit, right? I love it. I really, really love it.
Derealization, medical patient, losing patience with the process, walking hand in hand with Satan, complications with the medication, inflammation, dehydration, inhalation, aggravation, building up a toleration. Drown, sucker, drown, sucker, drown, sucker, drown. I've been feeling.
Who's he saying this to? To the inner demons? Drown, sucker, an NF motive. You try to hold him underwater, but it always survives. And not. Drown, sucker, try to hold it underwater, but it always survives. Just saying.
Aggravation, building up a toleration. Drown, sucker, drown, sucker, drown, sucker, drown. I've been feeling like I'm drowning with my feet upon the ground. I've been screaming.
I've been feeling like I'm drowning with my feet up on the ground. How? I'm not even underwater, yet drowning. I am drowning at fucking 10,000 feet elevation. How? Yeah. He has this ability to say things that seem super simple. I feel like I'm drowning with my feet on the ground. Of course, you could be on the ground of the fucking ocean, but I don't doubt that's what he's saying. Unless he's got concrete shoes, right? But no, it's that simple phrase he just spat. It just opens all these perspectives of possible interpretation, and also, how my fuck is that well put? You see what I'm saying? That's awesome. And fuck, the beat is nice. Even though I love him for his acoustic guitar usage, and the fact that he brings back, physical handmade instrumental music to the game. But of course, I love this too.
Drown, sucker, drown, sucker, drown. I've been feeling like I'm drowning with my feet upon the ground. I've been screaming, I've been shouting, but I never make a sound. I've been looking for a...
I've been screaming. I've been shrining, but I never make a sound. Screaming, but I never make a sound. If you're underwater, maybe is that the thing?
With my feet upon the ground. I've been screaming, I've been shouting, but I never make a...
I've been screaming, I've been shouting. Scream and... twist and shout. Scream and shout, yeah. I've been screaming, I've been shouting, but I never make a sound.
I've been looking for a way out, but I always seem to drown.
Is this all making sense, Ren?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. What I propose we do is we...
Super fucking 2 frames again, right? Her side shot that we get for just 2 frames gets the pig's mask. Did we all see it?
Is this all making sense, Ren?
Yeah, I think so.
Come on.
Good.
Good. this is now in a mask. This is somebody who has neck tattoos. This is a different person. This is not her. This seems to be a short-haired man because I can see an Adam's apple. Does Ren have tats on his neck? Because that would be sort of full circle, but no, the haircut's completely different. But shit, man, holy. Try and freeze frame it there on your mobile. Hard.
I always seem to drown.
Is this all making sense, Ren?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. What I propose we do is we try to pinpoint the exact experiences from the past that are keeping you stuck. What can you tell me about your childhood?
I can't really think.
It's okay if nothing comes up right away. What I'd like you to do is take some deep breaths with me. In and out.
On beat.
In and out. Good. Now tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's it. We're given everything we need and we commoditize it. We consume, we destroy like we're parasitic. Science tells us that it's suicide and still we commit. I'm not.
And still we destroy it. All of those things that he said before he just went into throwing the chair is all facts. And again, I lose my train of thought when things are more important than what I was looking to talk about.
We destroy like we're parasitic.
Parasites. We're parasitic, he's saying, the adjective for parasites. Something acts parasitic, as in, come into a host, abuse it for your own flourishment, leave everything in it for your next generation of parasites to grow in, thereby destroying the host and sort of killing your own kids a little bit. Because, the grander picture is us on Earth. We are sort of the cancer of Earth, right? We are parasiting this planet. We are abusing it, slaughtering it, treating it like dog shit, and just becoming more and more and more and more and more like a fucking cancer. And we're past the point of this planet being able to sustain us at the rate that we're going. And that's what he's saying. We're doing all this shit knowing we're in the wrong. And then he throws the chair because then he gets intricate and putting it on. This is Ren again.
And everything we need and we commoditize it. We consume, we destroy like we're parasitic. Science tells us that it's suicide and still we come.
Science tells us this is suicide. We are killing our own species by acting the way that we are, and it's facts. It tells us it's suicide, and still we commit it. I'm
not sick, we are sick, we are standing on the...
I'm not sick, we are sick. Yes, I have additional shit to deal and cope with, but look at the fucking state of us. And he's so right, he's so fucking...
Cliff in the name, and we commoditize it. We consume, we destroy like we're parasitic. Science tells us that it's suicide and still we commit. I'm not sick, we are standing on a cliff in the name of progress. We jump off the precipice. I'm not sick, I'm the virus, you're the virus, hypocrite. How can you...
I'm not sick, I'm the virus, you're the virus, hypocrite. It's fact, sadly, because I think he is now trying to get the idea across that, yes, I have some shit going on up in my house. This is me, personal, intricate shit. But don't we see that what's wrong with just general us? Don't be such a hypocrite and try and heal my shit right there when you're part of the whole fucking shit that's going on. Not in my head, but in general. With mankind as a whole, if you will. Because that's, of course, also something that will trigger a already fucking not at ease mind to take all this shit in on top of your own shit. Holy.
Sit there with a smile on and tell me that I'm sick. Sick boy, looking for a fix, boy. Push it down in public.
Okay, we get a lot of tats here, but one hand has both of the like hand tat models that are apparently holding stuff into frame. I was thinking, could they be one of the pig's mask folk because of the neck tat? But it looks like these are all females.
tell me that I'm sick boy, looking for a fix, boy. Push it down in public, quick pose for the pig boy. Record label meetings.
Quick pose for the pig boy. Did he say pig boy? Let's check it. The world's that sick. I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick. Sick boy, sicking, looking for a fix, boy, pushing it down in public. Quick pose for the pig boy. Quick pose for the pig boy. Pick, P-I-C, not P-I-G. I thought he was getting back at the pig motive. Let's go.
Come on, the fire gift, boy. Why you so upset? Don't you wanna be a rich boy? Fuck no, industry is cutthroat.
Fucking facts. I don't know about his background on how he popped. Is he still on the DIY grind and actually independent and not having to listen to the damn A&R and all the, music industry important people? Or is he going, for real, fuck y'all. Y'all are sick. I would tip all hats to that if he were.
So upset, don't you wanna be a rich boy? Fuck no.
Is this being asked by the pig man?
Things that come on the fire gift, boy. Why you
Pig man, who is at one point gonna slice his throat and roll him into all his fucking shit. Pig boy is part of society, or is a visual placeholder for us in general up here in the images that he conjures up for us in his art. Pig man is the record label guy. It's like, come on, man, just sign here, come on. Pig man is probably also the one that goes Temptation, right? Hey, come on, just once. Hey, everybody else is there. The girls are there, they're naked. Come on, man, just once. That's fucking pig man, I'm thinking. Holy crap.
in public, quick pose for the pig boy. Record label meetings that come on the fire gift, boy. Why you so upset? Don't you wanna be a rich boy? Fuck no, industry is cutthroat. I've been doing bits by myself, swimming backstroke, walking on a tightrope, rapping with a slip.
I've been doing bits by myself, swimming on the fucking backstroke, walking on a tightrope. I've been pulling all these artistic fucking backflips on my own invoice. I love that stance. Just fucking stick to it and keep it like it.
The way that we persist is like the ending of a bad joke. As the people evolve, we're complacent to assailants and we do what we're told. Counterintelligence, a sight to behold.
He has his throat cut by now. This part of the beat also where he goes into more of his sing-sang thing, which I love from him, is also not only achieving for me to love the song more, it's also kind of proving to me that this dude, and I've asked this a couple of times and people in the comments were like, he's not really a cypher dude, right? He doesn't come in, step in the limelight and just kill verses or beats, but he doesn't have to. I just asked it out of interest. And this, though, gives me the impression that, yes, he can rock a fucking live show. He could be sitting there on a bar stool with his guitar and do the things that we've seen him do, but he could also be on a fucking bounce with it, right? And get the room jumping. I totally believe and see that.
We're complacent to assailants and we do what we're told. Counterintelligence, a sight to behold. Rape the earth of all resources and we bleed it for gold. And we bleed it for wealth, we bleed it for fame. But when you bleed it, can you tell me what the fuck will remain? And I bleed.
When you bleed all this shit, what the fuck's gonna remain? Just an empty shell of yourself. That's it. Bloodless, lifeless. You. Man, this dude. Way too late to come in with this here. But holy crap, does the man deserve the horns. For real, for real. I'm a fan. Man, seriously, I'm going to say it. I'm a fan. I love what he does. And I can't wait to see a live show of his too. That must be a fucking interesting experience. Wonder how it leaves you like afterwards. If you're going to walk out like all head on the floor and like being so much more aware of your own shit after this, or if you're gonna come out and just be fuck, I know I see a direction, thank you. That should be super interesting, man. And he also deserves the money that he makes from touring on his own invoice, if he does. Everyone should buy fucking 3 t-shirts because that pays an artist the most money, and I speak from experience. If you're not on the whole A&R and record label shit that where they decide how much money, what your cut is, if you're doing this all by yourself, if the booker's your best friend, and if you book tours on your own, 98% of the money ends up in your pocket. Plus everything you do at merch. And that's why all our music, this once again real quick, just I play in a ska punk band, all our music is free for download. It's all Creative Commons because it's a promotional means of inviting people to come to our shows. Because A, we are way better live than on record. B, we love fucking touring. And 3, that's the way I think art should be brought to the people. Yes, there is these digital forms and outlets and channels. And it's all fun and games and it's all fair and it's all good. I am a live person myself. That's why I keep asking, how would this dude be live? And I am now totally getting a ticket when I see him tour Germany.
We bleed it for fame, but when you bleed it, can you tell me what the fuck will remain? I'm not bleeding myself, I bleed in my brain. While I'm bleeding, I'm the reason, cause I'm doing the same.
While I'm bleeding, I'm the reason, cause I'm doing the same. As in consume, follow the wrong gods and shit. All that stuff that he's mentioned before, and I hate that it's over, but we're hearing that last verse again.
Fame, but when you bleed it, can you tell me what the fuck will remain?
That's something he then projects onto himself. Bleed for the fame. And yes, you do. But isn't that a more positive bleeding than the bleed for the bling, bleed for the chicks, bleed for the mansion and everything? The fame is, of course, as an artist at heart, is not because I want to get rich of it. It's because I want to share my art with the world. And I want whichever feedback on it. It's for me, sometimes it's just as good that somebody says, I hated the shit out of this. Because it's still something I did triggered them into whichever emotion or standpoint on what's been shown. And I think it's the same for chasing the fame as an artist. It's not so much monetary. It's, for me, I think, and I'm also putting this thought on Ren, I doubt that he's a clout chaser. I think he is looking for outlets to share his art with the world. Also therapeutically a little bit. So I would say there is this bleeding and there's that bleeding. But we'll never actually hear from him, I guess.
I'm not bleeding myself, I bleed in my brain. While I'm bleeding, I'm the reason, cause I'm doing the same.
Yeah. What are we hearing here? It fades out into nothing. Holy crap. Fire, 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 fire. We're liking the hell out of this. This is only 2 weeks old. And it's close to 1 million views, man. Holy shit. We're sharing the fuck out of this later, too. Again. And another one, because all hats off to this young man here, who I am officially a fan of now, man. It's fucking great shit that he does. This time it's not so much, oh, I'm hurt because you are carrying me along on a journey I don't want to go on. There's a lot of spitting your shit and, talking your shit while still being intricate to a point. Some of this applies to me. I'm in this session with this lady and with my fucking pig people. I'm Ren. But I'm also saying shit to you guys that has nothing to do with me. And that's awesome to be able to put 2 of these very, very sensitive things into one track. Because, of course, there's A Society, listen to what I've got to say. Songs by artists. A fucking million beaches are covered with them. And there's also, this is what's wrong with me. There's a lot of material from him that does that. And here he's sort of, massaging it together like a dough that he cooks like a cake for us with. So amazing. Can't wait to do the next one. I hope you guys are going to be there. I hope you guys enjoyed what just now happened. If you want to do me a favor, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment, interact, be cool with one another, be as cool and kind as you have been all this time. I totally dig it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.